million deal was announced. It was very historic. Nobody's seen this coming. This has never, ever been done before. News yesterday that Angel Reese was getting her signature Reebok shoe. And I'm here to tell you, dog, fans of Caitlin Clark is not happy.
You won't believe the stats on this. Caitlin Clark's rookie season, off the charts. We're talking 17.4 points per game, 7.3 assists, and she's breaking records like they're going out of style. Nike's got this superstar on an 8-year, $28 million deal. Sounds like a match made in heaven, right? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. But here's the wild part. Angel Reese just announced her signature shoe with Reebok, and Clark's still waiting. Clark's jersey? Sold out in minutes. Her fans? They're everywhere. But a signature shoe? Crickets from Nike. It's like having a Ferrari and leaving it in the garage.
Coming back with another video, so it'll look like Nike is under fire after information was released about Angel Reese's signature shoe.
What's Nike's game plan here? And are they risking losing the biggest thing in women's basketball? Picture this. Caitlin Clark steps onto the court and the whole arena lights up. She's not just playing basketball, she's rewriting the rulebook. Every game, she's shattering records like they're made of glass. It's like watching a superhero in sneakers, and Nike knew they had to have her. So what does Nike do? They pull out the big guns. We're talking a massive $28 million deal over 8 years.
8-year, $28 million contract with Nike. Her historic deal also included the promise of a signature shoe.
When that news dropped, Clark's fans went absolutely bonkers. Everyone's thinking, this is it. We're about to see the coolest signature shoe ever. I mean, come on, it's Caitlin freaking Clark. But here's where things get weird. Months go by, and nothing. No shoe, no teasers, not even a whisper about when we might see one. It's like Nike signed her and then forgot they had the hottest player in women's basketball on their roster.
Caitlin Clark signature shoes. It is mind-blowing. When the deal was first announced, we also got to see the other offers that were on the table for Caitlin Clark.
Nike faces backlash for Caitlin Clark fans after Angel Reese. Clark and Angel Reese are two of the most marketable athletes.
Meanwhile, Clark's out there dominating the court like it's no big deal. Her jersey? You can't even get your hands on one unless you've got some serious connections. They're selling faster than hotcakes at a lumberjack convention. And her games? Forget about it. Ratings are through the roof. Everyone and their grandma is tuning in to watch Clark work her magic. But Nike? They're quieter than a library on a Sunday night. No updates, no announcements, nothing about a signature shoe.
About Caitlin Clark's signature shoe. No new information has been released. Nike has yet to say anything about the shoe.
It's starting to feel like they're sitting on a gold mine and don't even know it. You know, fans aren't going to stay quiet about this. Social media is blowing up with questions. Where's the Clark shoe? What's Nike waiting for? It's like watching a pot of water that's about to boil over and Nike's just standing there, not even looking at the stove. This is a classic case of a missed opportunity if I've ever seen one. Clark's popularity is skyrocketing faster than a SpaceX rocket, and Nike's just waiting? For what? The second coming? It's like they've got a winning lottery ticket, and they're not even bothering to cash it in. But hold on to your hats, folks, because this story's far from over. Just when you think you've got it all figured out, the plot takes a twist that'll make your head spin. Nike might be dragging their feet, but someone else is about to step up to the plate in a big way. And let me tell you, it's gonna shake up the whole sneaker game. Remember how I said this story was far from over? Well, buckle up because Reebok just threw a curveball that's got everyone's jaws on the floor. How does a signature shoe for Clark's biggest rival sound? Yeah, you heard that right. Just when everyone's scratching their heads wondering what's taking Nike so long, Reebok comes out of nowhere and drops a bombshell. They've not only signed Angel Reese, Clark's college rival, but they're also giving her a signature shoe.
How is Angel Reese getting a shoe before Caitlin? I get it, Reebok versus Nike, but still they need to fix this ASAP. News yesterday that Angel Reese was getting her signature Reebok shoe, and I'm here to tell you, dog, fans of Caitlin Clark is not happy.
Talk about a plot twist. Reebok didn't just dip their toes in the water. They dove in headfirst. They inked a multi-year deal with Reese and announced her signature shoe is coming in 2026. You could practically hear the collective gasp from Nike fans across the country. How on earth did Reebok beat the swoosh to the punch? Reese is over the moon about this partnership. She's not keeping quiet about it either. She came out swinging saying, "I'm extremely excited to let you guys know that we are officially coming out with a Reebok by Angel signature shoe. We've already kicked off the design process, and it means the world to me to have Reebok's full support and confidence with this shoe and overall partnership." That's not just excitement. That's a mic drop moment right there. Now, the Reese versus Clark rivalry, it's not just confined to the hardwood anymore. This thing's spilled over into the sneaker world, and it's heating up faster than asphalt in July. We're talking about two of the hottest names in women's basketball, now repping competing brands. It's like a whole new game within the game. Social media's gone into meltdown mode. Nike fans are losing their minds, demanding answers. The comments are flying faster than Clark's three-pointers. How is Angel Reese getting a shoe before Caitlin Clark?
We don't know how the shoe gonna look, what colorways they coming out with, if it's gonna be a unisex shoe, a woman's shoe. We know nothing. On Thursday, Reebok announced a multi-year contract extension with Reese, including a signature shoe.
That's the million-dollar question blowing up Twitter right now. And let's talk about Reese for a second. This isn't just some random pick by Reebok. In her rookie season, she averaged 13.6 points per game and set a record with 26 double-doubles. The girl's a walking highlight reel, and Reebok saw that star power. It's like Reebok looked at the playbook, saw what Nike was doing, or wasn't doing, and decided to run a fast break of their own. They're not just in the game, they're changing it. They're tapping into the growing popularity of women's basketball, and they're doing it with style. But here's where it gets really interesting. This move by Reebok, it's not just about shoes. It's not even just about Reese versus Clark. This is about shaking up the entire sneaker industry. And trust me, what's coming next is gonna make your head spin even faster. All right, let's zoom out for a second. You know how everyone's been laser focused on Clark and Reese? Well, that was just the warm-up act. The real show's about to start, and it's got the whole sneaker industry sweating. We're talking game-changing moves that'll make your jaw drop. This isn't just about two superstar players anymore. The entire sneaker world is watching this unfold like it's the most intense playoff game they've ever seen. And you know what? They're not just watching. They're suiting up and getting ready to jump in. It's like someone rang a dinner bell, and suddenly every brand out there is eyeing WNBA talent like it's the last slice of pizza. We're talking a full-on gold rush, folks. New Balance, Skechers, brands you wouldn't even think about for basketball, are lacing up and getting ready to hit the court. And it's not just the underdogs making moves. Puma's out here signing Breanna Stewart, proving they're not playing around either. It's like the whole industry woke up and realized there's this massive untapped market, just waiting to be conquered. You've got to wonder, though, what's Nike doing in all this? They're still the big dog in the yard, no doubt about it. But are they napping while everyone else is running drills? They've got Caitlin Clark, arguably the hottest name in women's basketball right now, and they're just waiting? Fans are going wild with speculation. Is Nike planning some kind of massive surprise drop for Clark? Are they cooking up the most epic signature shoe the world has ever seen?
$1 million deal was announced. It was very historic. Nobody's seen this coming. This has never, ever been done before.
Nike struck absolute gold when they signed Caitlin Clark to an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal.
Or are they seriously underestimating just how badly people want to see Clark's name on a sneaker? Industry experts are scratching their heads too. They're looking at Nike's silence and wondering if the swoosh has lost its touch. One analyst put it this way: the market for women's basketball shoes is exploding. Brands that act fast are going to reap the rewards. Nike's strategy here is puzzling, to say the least. But here's the thing, this isn't just about shoes anymore. We're talking about a whole cultural shift. The WNBA is more popular than ever, and these players are becoming household names. Brands aren't just selling sneakers, they're tapping into a movement. You've got little girls everywhere wearing jerseys with names like Clark, Reese, and Stewart on the back. The demand is there, it's real, and it's growing faster than anyone expected. So, Is Nike about to drop the ball on this golden opportunity? Or are they about to pull off the biggest comeback play we've ever seen in the sneaker game? Hold on to your seats, folks, because this story's far from over. In fact, we're about to dive into why this whole situation is such a big deal. Trust me, it goes way beyond just basketball shoes. We're talking about a full-on revolution, and you won't believe who's leading the charge. Remember when basketball was just a sport? Those days are over. We're entering a new era, and Caitlin Clark is the face of it. But hold up, this isn't your typical sports story. We're talking about a cultural phenomenon that's got everyone from little girls to big-time executives sitting up and taking notice. And you won't believe the numbers behind it all. Let's break it down. Caitlin Clark isn't just some rookie who got lucky, she's a force of nature on the court. We're talking about the WNBA Rookie of the Year, who snagged 66 out of 67 votes. That's not dominance, that's a complete takeover. And it's not just the pros who are noticing. Clark's impact is rippling through every level of women's basketball.
Have long criticized Nike's perceived lack of action when it comes to capitalizing on the 2024 Rookie of the Year popularity.
But here's where it gets really wild. Clark's influence isn't confined to the hardwood. She's sparking a cultural shift that's bigger than basketball itself. You know how you can tell when something's not just popular, but actually changing the game? Look at the little girls. They're not just watching Clark play. They're wearing her jersey, copying her moves, dreaming of being the next Caitlin Clark. And the numbers? They're off the charts. TV ratings skyrocket when Clark's on the court. It's like she's got some kind of magic remote control that makes everyone tune in. Ticket sales? Through the roof. Arenas are packed. And it's not just die-hard basketball fans. We're talking families, kids, people who've never watched a WNBA game in their lives, all showing up to see Clark work her magic. Now let's talk merch. Clark's jersey? It's not just selling, it's flying off the shelves faster than she can sink a three-pointer. And that's where things get interesting. Because while fans are clamoring for anything with Clark's name on it, Nike's been weirdly quiet. No signature shoe, no major ad campaigns, nothing. It's like they're sitting on a gold mine and forgot to bring a shovel.
Nike's utter failure to capitalize on Caitlin Clark's massive popularity this year is baffling.
Social media is blowing up with fans demanding Clark merch. They're not just asking, they're begging Nike to take their money. And it's not just about sneakers. People want t-shirts, hoodies, anything with Clark's name on it. The demand is so intense, it's like watching a pressure cooker about to blow. Here's the kicker. Clark knows exactly what she represents. At a Nike event, she dropped this gem. I feel like we are just scratching the surface on what the WNBA and women's basketball can be. She's not just playing the game, she's changing it. And she's bringing a whole generation of fans along for the ride. So Nike's got the hottest name in women's basketball on their roster. They've got fans practically throwing money at them. They've got a cultural icon in the making. The question is, what are they going to do about it? Because right now, it looks like they might be fumbling the biggest opportunity in women's sports history. All right, folks, we're in the fourth quarter of this sneaker showdown, and Nike's got some serious decisions to make. They're sitting on a Caitlin Clark-shaped gold mine, but the clock's ticking faster than a shot clock in overtime. Will Nike step up and drop a Clark shoe that breaks the internet? Or are they gonna let this golden opportunity slip through their fingers like a botched alley-oop? One thing's crystal clear. The game's changed, big time. Women's basketball isn't just a sideshow anymore, it's the main event. And with the new, unrivaled league kicking off in 2025, the stakes are higher than ever. It's a whole new battleground for sneaker brands. And right now, it looks like everyone but Nike is suiting up for war. The ball's in their court. What's it gonna be, Nike?